to my final thoughts on the Nike Kyrie 1. So in terms of traction, we have a herringbone traction pattern, not as standard though, it's got a slight curve to it, offering a bit more traction to the player. Slightly goes up here on the midsole. In my opinion, the traction was great. Dusty courts though, you're going to want to wipe. The dust does get clogged a little bit in between the herringbone, so wipe if you're on a dusty court just to avoid slippages. But that's the same with any shoe anyway, so it's no big deal. Outdoors, you can use them outdoors. The herringbone isn't as pliable as say what a Kobe 9 would be, but just bear in mind that if you use them outdoors that the traction will burn down, so you've got to bear that in mind. And if you want to buy a shoe like this to play outdoors, there are better options out there for the price, so just bear that in mind. So in terms of traction, I think the traction is quite good. Up to the cushioning, we've got a 4-foot zoom unit and just a standard foam in the back. Cushioning for me is okay. You're not feeling the zoom like, you know, Superfly or anything, but it is underfoot. I didn't have any pains going up to my joints, which is always a good sign. So the cushioning, in my opinion, is adequate. Like I said, so long as it's doing its job and I'm not getting any really bad aches and pains going up to my joints, so it's showing that it is actually absorbing impact on my jumps and on my landings. It's slightly responsive in the 4-foot. You can feel it, but like I said, it's nothing like Superfly. So again, the cushioning system itself is a good cushioning system, nothing out of the ordinary, but it's good. Coming up to the materials along the upper, we've got a hyperfuse construction, so we've got the fuse underneath with the mesh on top. In my opinion, it's good, it's decent. It starts off quite narrow. If we look right here, above here, it starts off quite narrow. It does break in. You need a solid, you know, couple of hours breaking time. The materials keep you locked in, which is great. There's no fly wire in the lacing system, but it still keeps you locked into the footbed. I had no heel slippage either. In terms of ventilation, there isn't much of it, really and truthfully. The materials used aren't very, let's just say they aren't very well ventilated, let's just put it that way. You know, you've got areas of mesh where the areas of mesh are on top of the fuse itself, so really the only ventilation you're ever going to really get may be coming slightly from the toe and, you know, very slightly through the tongue. But like I said, there isn't many areas of ventilation, but that does assist in breaking time. The heat and moisture which is, you know, created inside the shoe helps the shoe break in quicker. So I suppose, you know, it's, you know, you can't, it's a decent balance, I suppose. You know, it's a shoe that needs to be broken in, so of course the little ventilation that's there will obviously help the shoe break in. So in terms of ventilation, it's not that good. It's nothing to the point where it gave me blisters, so that's also a good thing. But what do I think about the Nike Kyrie 1? Well, the shoe itself is a good shoe, and for me it performs above average. I know the ventilation is an issue, but everything else for me on the shoe was good. I can't call it just an average shoe, just because for me it performed better than say the CP3.8. It performed better than that, so I'm gonna obviously give it a higher grade than what I gave the CP3.8. Traction is good. Clean courts are not going anywhere. Dusty courts it's good, but wipe. The materials keep you locked in. Little ventilation, but that assists in breaking time anyway, so it's good. You've got good support and good security within the shoe when making your moves. So for me, the Kyrie 1, I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5, and that's my grade for the shoe. So I hope you enjoyed the review, guys. I've got the Hyper Rev 2015 coming as well, so stay tuned for that. And please leave a like, a comment and subscribe if you like the channel, and stay tuned for any upcoming videos. Take care.